Hi everyone, welcome to May 15th, Math 8, and today we are going to look at scatter plots. And I apologize, I can't remember if I put in your packet 4, page 344 and 345, so I'm going to show that to you in a moment, and we're going to look at the example, the tutorial. I'm going to show you again the on your own questions, number 1 and 2, and then I'm going to show you the answers. So the purpose of me doing this again is just to introduce this to the scatter plots. Of course, we would have more practice had we been in school, but my plan again was just to introduce this to you. You'll actually be practicing this on IXL today as well. So if you don't have this page in your package, that is okay. Let me just read this to you. That a scatter plot is a graph that shows the relationship between two data sets. The two sets of data are graphed as ordered pairs in a coordinate plane. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play for you here the example tutorial. So if you have this, you can see the example 1 here. You can always pause this too if you wanted to read this to yourself. But let me go ahead and show you the tutorial. And this tutorial, extra example 1 tutorial, is for interpreting a scatter plot.
The scatter plot shows the total fat in grams and the total calories in 12 restaurant sandwiches. First, let's define scatter plot. A scatter plot is a graph that shows the relationship between two data sets. In this case, we have fat in grams as one of our data sets, and the other is calories. So, the two sets of data are graphed as ordered pairs in a coordinate plane to show the relationship. So let's try to interpret this scatter plot. How many grams of fat are in a sandwich that contains 740 calories? What we know is that the sandwich contains 740 calories. Calories is on the y-axis, so we find one point between 700 and 750 that looks like it is the point for 740 calories. So we use this point to find how many fat grams are in the sandwich. What we need to do is draw a vertical line down from this point to the x-axis. This shows that the fat in grams is between 40 and 45 grams. So we can estimate that there are about 42 grams of fat in the sandwich that has 740 calories. Now let's find how many calories are in a sandwich that contains 33 grams of fat. So this time we have the grams of fat. So we look on our x-axis and find 33, which is between 30 and 35. When we look on our graph, we find a point that should represent 33 grams of fat. So now, to determine the calories, we will draw a horizontal line to the y-axis. This shows that the number of calories is between 600 and 650, but it's pretty close to 650. So again, we'll have to estimate. So we can say that there are about 640 calories in a sandwich that contains 33 grams of fat.
So again, I apologize if you do not have page 344 and 345 in packet 4. I had actually listed everything I had sent in packet 4, and half of it got erased by accident. So that's why I'm unsure, so I apologize. So completing number 1 on your own right now is optional, but I'm gonna ask you just to freeze the screen. So if you would like to try it, you can. And I'm gonna show you the answer here in a moment. So on your own, number 1 says, what if? A sandwich has 650 calories. Based on the scatter plot in example 1, how many grams of fat would you expect the sandwich to have? Explain your reasoning. About 35 grams, the point just below y equals 650 has an x value just below x equals 35. So again, I'm not requiring you to write this down. Again, it's just to introduce to you scatter plot, and you'll be practicing here in a moment on IXL. Let's take a look at example 2. And example 2 is actually, again, on page 345. So let me show you the book view of that. I take that back. Actually, before I show you example 2, I wanted to show you this right here. At the top of page 345, it says a scatter plot can show a relationship exists between two data sets. And so in this example here, you see a positive linear relationship. The points lie close to a line. As x increases, y increases. And then you have negative linear relationship. The points lie close to the line. As x increases, y decreases. A nonlinear relationship, the points lie in the shape of a curve. And then no relationship, the points show no pattern. So let me show you example 2, and it offers, again, an opportunity. If you wanted to make your own scatter plot, you could try that. So let me show you the tutorial first, then I'll show you the on your own question, and then the answer if you would like to try and compare your answer. So example 2, again, is about identifying relationships. So you can sit back and
describe the relationship between the data. Identify any outliers, gaps, or clusters. For the most part, the points appear to lie close to a line. For all of the points except 7600, here, as x increases, y decreases. So, the scatter plot shows a negative linear relationship. There is an outlier at 7600. There are no obvious gaps or clusters.
So for on your own, if you would like to, you can try to make your own scatter plot. It says make a scatter plot of the data and describe the relationship between the data. Identify any outliers, gaps, or clusters. So you can either pause this if you wanted to right now, or go ahead and try this and then come back and look at the answer or see the answer here. At the completion of this video, I'm going to ask you to go on IXL and practice just maybe 15 to 20 minutes. There are some sites that I have starred here if you want to try those. On the learning plan, I did say or request that you go to DD statistics where it says calculate mean, median, mode, and range. You could practice on that. Number 9 shows scatter plots, line of best fit. And actually we have the next lesson I'll show you next week. We'll look at what that means, lines of fit, but certainly you can take a look at it and try it if you would like to. Again, I know it's tough that we're trying to do this online, so just try your best. And of course, you could pick some other areas for practice right now too, as well in IXL. So again, for right now, if you'll go into 8th grade math, try your best. I know, again, this is challenging, and if you don't understand scatter plots, that is okay, especially the line of best fit. I'm going to be showing you a tutorial about that on 519. So if you wanted to check it out, you could, or try another area of practice. As always, I hope that you guys have a great day. Emailing me if you need anything, heidi.younger@centrahealth.com. I will talk to you soon.